Not anything new.
Unless they find a way to AI it.
No.
So nobody has really pinged about The Last of Us. So let's just get into the nitty gritty here. Let's talk about Daredevil Born Again, the finale.
Matt's apartment about to be born again.
There was a lot going on. I mean, where do we begin?
At the beginning, of course.
At the beginning,
and how salty. No, one of the funniest parts to me was how salty Heather was when Matt said, "Karen." The look on her face was priceless. That woman was so mad, and she was like, "It's the drugs. It's just the drugs."
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I want to get into. All right, I'm gonna try to cover it in order as best I can. I did enjoy that whole Fisk. So this is my thing. I ended off last week saying, well, now Daredevil Matt saved Fisk's life. So I was like, where does that leave Fisk in terms of vigilantes? And my man went right to his office and was like, nah, fuck that. No vigilantes.
Kill them all.
Fucking dead. Kill all of them. And then he sent somebody to the fucking hospital to take out fucking Daredevil. I'm like,
what's his name? Buck?
Buck. Yeah, he's Buck there.
I like Buck. Buck is a good dude. He tries his best.
Listen, this is how you know he has so much power. This dude called in an electrician from Con Ed. Yep. And when they say Con Ed, I immediately thought of y'all. From Con Ed to turn off the power in the city, the whole city.
That's
not
power.
Just a building, but the whole city is dark. It's going dark.
Shut that down.
And then it's chaos going on in the street. I said, am I watching Daredevil Born Again or The Purge?
It was.
But what was really messed up? What was really messed up though was when one of the task force had killed that guy who was looting and then pulled his hat down and said, "We're supposed to kill vigilantes."
Yeah, the young kid. Yeah, he's a mass vigilante.
Oh, he's not a young kid. He's a mass vigilante.
But you got to realize one thing. I understand this is just old movies and shit like that. None of that shit would have ever went down in the city like that. I can guarantee you.
Guaranteeing it?
Yeah, I can guarantee it. None of the shit that they were doing would have went down the way they thought they were going to go down. They'll be like, okay, we have to stay out of Brooklyn, Bronx, some parts of Queens, and we can stay uptown in Manhattan, but don't fucking cross 180. Keep your ass on that side.
But one thing I did notice too, like I don't know if they showed it in episode 8 or maybe they just did it as a highlight for episode 9, was how when Bullseye had shot what he was going for Fisk, but Matt jumped in front of the bullet. When he was looking through the scope and you can see the bullseye right there in the scope, like it just kind of just appeared right there in the scope. So I thought that was a nice little touch, and also seeing that blue setting kick in whenever he's about to look for when he goes for his target.
I still have a little bit of beef with that whole thing because
do you now?
Yeah, because Bullseye doesn't miss.
Well,
technically he didn't miss.
He didn't miss, but you're not going to tell me he didn't go for a fucking headshot when he tried to hit that shot.
Wait. Bullseye
he was going for the hard shot.
Bullseye does miss, but he misses to people that he's supposed to miss.
Supposed to miss to, right? Okay,
yeah, that's the only reason why. That's the only thing I have to say.
I listen. It's not really a gripe, but
because in this season of Daredevil, we got to see the range of Daredevil power of his echo.
Agreed.
Because you can when the guy was coming to the hospital to kill him. He heard this motherfucker 2 floors down.
He heard him. It sounded like you heard him walking into the hospital.
He was like, do all
what the fuck?
And you got to think in a hospital when it's constant movement.
Yeah.
And he was
the electric went out.
Yeah.
So there was chaos all over the place.
People are panicking.
Yeah, well,
okay, but the power going out, wouldn't that technically only enhance his ability to hear because now there's no machine noise around?
Yeah. But you got to also remember one thing that they kind of incorporated here is Daredevil remembers heartbeats. So everybody's heartbeat has a different rhythm. He remembers heartbeats. So he doesn't necessarily have to hear him walking in or whatever. When he starts hearing certain rhythms, he already knows who that is.
And their weight with their feet too, because he said
that's what he focused on.
He
focused on the foot. It was the footsteps. He heard the guy like his shoes. He knows what it sounded like. That's what they were focusing on. This dude is crazy.
In this whole series, that's what they were showing. They were showing his power level basically, without showing the echolocation, what he sees when.
And I like that they focused on that because everyone really focuses on the fact that okay, he's a blind man that can do all these things and fight the way that he does. But I like that they focused on what would be a primary help to him, which is that echolocation. That's a dope ability to have, especially when you're blind.
Yeah, well, he pretty much sees without seeing because he still can see everything that's going on. But they normally when you hear or read him, they don't go in deep. It's just all about the echolocation he can see, and based off of the echolocation. But all these extra little scientific details that they're giving you in the show is the better part of what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then
go ahead.
And then he leaves the hospital and goes home.
Yeah.
And who's waiting for him there?
And smiles.
Yeah.
He smiles when he walks in.
Yeah.
He knew he was there.
He knew he was there.
He probably smelt his ass from fucking 3 floors down.
Let me say 2 things. Matt Murdock is not getting his security deposit back for that apartment.
No.
That motherfucker's done.
Done. Yeah. I can imagine all the noise ordinance complaints that he got just from that one explosion from that grenade. Them people was pissed.
Secondly, I tell you guys all the time, my favorite characters, and I know this makes me sound like I don't even know what the word is, but like my favorite characters are the ones that are just 10 toes that down to handle business. You know who came to that apartment to handle business? The motherfucking Punisher.
Frank
this dude, and I love the fact that it starts with him. It's always, bro, him and Matt literally argue like a married couple. Like literally a married couple. It's hilarious to me. It's the funniest thing.
They have a dysfunctional married couple at that too.
Very dysfunctional. Like they are on the verge of going to the it's almost like they're on the verge of going to divorce court, but they get right to the threshold and say, "Wait a minute, let's go back and work this out.
Let's talk this out."
Because we can't separate. Like we gonna be doing this dance forever.
But most of their arguments always stem to the same thing. It's literally Frank telling Matt, "Bro, you got to kill. You got to kill people, bro." Kill people. Just do it. Just kill people,
I'm not
man.
gonna kill.
Won't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna kill him.
You also gotta realize the jokes when he first they fucking landed. To me, they landed with the jokes when he started with the fucking you shaved just for me. You're gonna call you April May.
Yeah, that was hilarious to me.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, motherfuckers roasting each other right now.
But that fight scene in that apartment was so good.
It was,
and I like that they did it in the dark. It was complete darkness. The only light that they had was from the helicopters outside and the sparks flying from the guns. That's the only light source they had in the apartment.
But and also before all that, when we first started talking, Frank asked him, "Oh, you spot the fucking van in the corners a couple of blocks down with the fucking thick assholes in it?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I heard it."
And that fight scene was crazy,
bro.
Like Frank was going in. Yeah. I mean, Matt was too, but Frank was going. Frank was going. They was like, we know the fans have been waiting to see me show up and show out. So guess what I'm gonna do? In this one scene right here, not knowing that we was going to see him show out again, like a couple scenes later. Well, but let me just like warm you up with this one. So I mean, the stuff they had him doing.
His knife work is knife work.
Yeah. Rambo would have been proud, man. I just want to.
But my man Grunts likes like Serena Williams playing tennis. Bro. every last.
Listen, this whole scene. You know what would have been crazy if this scene had no music in it and it was like an ASMR. All you heard was slicing, pinging, and the whole time. If they would have took the music out, that would have been a good ASMR.
Yeah.
Action scene.
Oh, right and there. when all the fight scene ended and they had that conversation, and he's trying to get Daredevil to kill. And he's talking.
But that's
do it,
bro.
Do it.
That's the thing to me, bro. Like, first off, how do you so they figure out that Cole North is the dude who obviously, so they put two together that he killed White Tiger, right?
Because of the bullet.
Daredevil's so pissed about that, but he still won't kill. This dude is never going to kill anybody. He's not going to do it.
No,
he's not going to do it.
He instead took the cane. That part was funny.
We gotta wait though. He does kill. He does.
Because
he said it himself. I wanted to kill Bullseye when I threw his ass off the fucking roof. He does kill, but it takes a fucking lot.
When he hit Cole North with the cane and knocked his head back like a Pez dispenser, that part was funny. He said he had him looking like this up to the sky, up to the ceiling.
I thought he killed him. I thought he killed him when he did that shit. I was like, yo, he actually fucking killed him. And then, of course, Frank told him, oh, you ain't fucking kill him. Oh, you don't want to kill nobody? See, like that guy? Wow. I was like, oh,
and then they get into the argument, and then all of a sudden, Matt said, shut up. Yeah. And then you hear the grenade. I thought that was when he's like, shut up. And then he heard the grenade. And then he heard the grenade, and he said, grenade.
But he knows.
But
Frank knows. Frank knows to just shut his mouth over. He's like, oh, what? What'd you hear? What'd you hear?
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
And then they jump out the window with the cane, and he latches his horn, and they fall on top of that roof of that car.
I have a question because it's lack of knowledge from the comics. In the comics books, does Punisher always refer to Daredevil as Red? Is that a comic book thing, or is that he does? He calls him Red all the time? Okay. Yeah. I didn't remember if he called him Red or not, but I love it. For some reason, I love the fact that he calls him Red.
That's the nice thing he calls him in the fucking
I know. I was going to say, because Punisher doesn't use
many nice words. You go to the old comic books, boy, they get it. They actually do have, him and Punisher do have a great dialogue in the comic book. It's fucking
Charlie Cox and John Berthel have good chemistry.
They have good chemistry. Very good chemistry. You could tell. But that's the thing, though, man. Like they also same with D'Onofrio, bro. I feel like they have great chemistry. D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox. They both have great chemistry.
Why is it I kid you not, every time when I was watching Daredevil Born Again, as time went on again, not every time, but the first time that Fisk would show up, I will always start. The first thing I would always say is Vanessa, Vigilante. Those are the two. Vanessa and Vigilantes. Those are like his two most commonly used, and ironically, they both begin with V. He loves using those two words. He loves saying Vanessa, and he loves saying Vigilantes.
Mm-hmm. And then when they land, they did the Batman landing because he doesn't know how to use this fucking thing. On the top of the car, he get his ex baby girl come back.
Karen pulls up.
Karen pulls up.
Side note, nice touch that Frank decided to show up to battle fully shaved, probably some aftershave on. You know what I'm saying? Pulled up looking clean. This fucking guy, bro.
He was like, "Oh, you shaved just for me." I was like, "You motherfucker, you!"
And they're carrying up there, nursing them back to health. Oh, it's one thing we forgot to mention. Daniel. When him and Buck went to go see them council members, and they was telling them about themselves.
Oh yeah. You see, it shows a lot of corruption, bro. He said you got fucking this amount of money in the Cayman Islands,
in stocks. I think it was like 500,000 pounds in stocks or something like that.
Can we also talk about this? So they go back to Frank's hideout temporarily or whatever.
Yeah.
How about that whole little conversation where Matt is like, I heard your heartbeat when you were talking to Punisher. And I was like, Karen, you naughty girl. What the fuck you been up to? Why are you talking to Punisher like that? Why is your heartbeat?
That whole standoffish shit. That whole standoffish shit where I was like, hey, Frank, what you doing, Frank? You were Karen about to get in. Hey, don't double dip it, man. That's not fair.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
And all Punisher wanted to do was stitch himself up and get some coffee. That's all he wanted to do. That was his own. That was his side quest.
Motherfucking Daredevil told Daredevil, let's go out and you ain't got shit in here that you can't make coffee with. Oh, everybody can't be a prepper. Fucking Frank. What the fuck?
Can we talk about the chick that works for Fisk? She goes to the dude that was the head of the police. And he's
Gallo.
like, "Oh, I just want to know if you're on my side." And meanwhile, she's like recording every word he says.
Every word.
I was like, "Yo, that's
he's
crazy.
done out here." When I saw that, I said, "Oh, he's done out. He's done."
Yeah,
because I thought it was very interesting. Because I've seen him saying to myself, "Why would they have that conversation in the hallway while he's there in his office when they could have talked about that outside of the building?" I said something ain't right about this, and sure enough, when they pull up the phone with the recording later, and he's hearing it. And she's standing outside the office crying her eyes out because she knows what she did was messed up.
And first off, as a police commissioner, you going to see Fisk, and you know the truth about him, and you know he's the kingpin. Why ain't you strapped?
Okay.
He has a whole task force that's corrupt. You saw what they did in episode 8. He dipped a man's hand in hot oil.
Yeah.
There's plenty of time for him to be frisked and for all his weaponry to be removed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shit, but in my car, I would have had a couple stashed in there.
Yeah, he got sent to that car. He said, "Take me home." I said, "You ain't going home." I knew that before the driver opened his mouth to say one word.
Yeah,
I said, "You're not going." I said, "You're not going home."
Because it wasn't his usual driver. He's like, "Yeah,
it wasn't. It was somebody he knew from a long time ago that he hadn't seen in a while, and it's dark in there. But when the light hits the neck, that's when you see the Punisher text. I was like, "Yep, you're done. You're done."
Let's since we're gonna be talking about this for a little bit, let's involve the hotheads a little bit here. Let's get some comments up and then we'll jump back into it. Electra heel turned in the Defenders. Oh, she did heel turn in the Defenders.
Yeah. Okay. Well, makes sense.
Defenders, not season 2. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Good call. Karen, laughy face Karen. I think Cole North task force guy survived the grenade bomb at Daredevil Matt Murdock's house. You think he survived the grenade?
If he survived, again, the power of the plot. Biggest villain.
His hand was stuck to the wall, brother man.
If he survived that, I'm telling you, that's a plot armor. It is.
No, wait. He didn't shoot him.
He didn't shoot him.
They left the grenade. His hand was like stuck in the wall, like he couldn't move.
Yeah, Frank stuck his hand.
Punisher shot the other guy.
Yeah, the guy was lying on the ground. Yeah,
the other was on the ground. Yeah.
Yes. Well, you know what? That is true. We didn't see him die technically, so.
Yeah,
he could have got away if you really think about it. I mean, I don't know.
Armor.
I'm
sticking with that.
How did no other superheroes or villains not get affected by the power outage? They're on vacation. They'll be back soon.
you gotta also realize that with the power outage, you heard in I think it was one episode ago that the task force knocked out 30% of the vigilantes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
gonna be interesting. I'm sure we're gonna get more about that at the end. Kingpin sent Bullet to kill Matt Murdock in the hospital. But sent nobody for Bullseye, who's still at large or escaped from prison. Bullseye's probably on the run. We didn't see him. Did we see him in this episode?
Yes. Yeah,
he was at the beginning. He was at the beginning.
Yeah. We did see him at the beginning.
And the problem is, who are you gonna send to kill Bullseye?
Yeah, that's your fucking.
And he was meeting with Vanessa. He was meeting with Vanessa, right? That was Vanessa, right? That he was talking to
in the beginning, but that was a flashback.
That was a flashback.
That was a flashback.
Okay, it had to be because she wouldn't be talking to him.
He was in jail at that time. She was getting him out.
Yeah,
to do a thing for her, a mission for her, a kill for someone.
The kill on Foggy. It was Foggy.
The Foggy.
Yeah. And I'm glad they brought that full circle. Like we'll get to that.
Yeah, this is the problem with the shared universe. We all know Spider-Man and other New York heroes should be there, but they won't.
This happened this happened during Far From Home. So Spider-Man was in Europe.
Spider-Man was on vacation. Literally vacationing. He was in a Doctor Strange portal. He went to a different portal.
I usually care about Taj.
He got knocked to the mirror dimension.
He got knocked to the mirror.
It was a whole thing.
You know how Marvel spins things, man. That's how it goes.
Yeah, you got to realize Sony's not letting them use.
He's not going to be in shows.
He's not going to be in shows.
Yeah,
no way.
So,
Bullseye.
He should have. It would have been dope for him to show up. Yes. Don't get me wrong.
They might make reference points, like maybe acknowledge like the colors of a costume, but other than that, you probably won't even hear them say Spider-Man.
Okay, so I want to reference this real quick since we're on it. So I find it really annoying that if it's true, and I understand it's all a properties thing, but Vincent D'Onofrio in the middle of the season came out and said Kingpin can't appear in movies And then we've also heard Spider-Man won't appear in shows. So those two are never going to cross paths in the MCU. That seems like a real fuck up to me, if you want me to be completely transparent.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it is the last. It's literally the last one that he has to fight.
Who? Kingpin?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man and Kingpin. Yeah, I can understand that. No, I get that, but I'm saying, if they never have to cross paths in the MCU, I kind of find that weird. Like, maybe they'll save it. I don't know. But again, Spider-Man's not going to be street level moving forward.
Sony,
I don't know. Maybe.
Sony is saving him for the big bucks. That's probably what it is.
I know. I get it.
They're saving him for Secret Wars. They have to queue. They're queuing this shit up.
100%. I agree. I get.
No, you want to know what can happen? Let Tom Holland and Vincent D'Onofrio just take a casual picture together, and they can break the internet that way. Because that'll get the people talking.
100%. If that ever,
I don't think they've even taken a picture together.
No, I don't think
that would be dope. That would be fucking dope.
Just
shit.
Bullseye only missed because someone jumped in the way. The point that I was trying to make with that reference and Bullseye missing was that, in my opinion, if he's Bullseye, why didn't he go for a headshot? But he was aiming for the heart, which I understand. Yeah. But I'm kind of like, if you're going for the kill shot, wouldn't you aim for the head and not the heart? I don't know. Again, I'm being nitpicky. I get it, but like, I don't know. It's just a thought that came in my head. He's Bullseye.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Like, sometimes you're just like, yeah, whatever. I like when he said shotgun when Karen pulled up and he was giving them a ride.
Oh yeah, brother. But that was good. That was good.
Wasn't Daredevil still injured to be fighting so well after the hospital?
The fight scene, you see him only using one arm or something.
He was using one arm most of the fight.
And he was in pain because when he was fighting, he kept grabbing him,
He kept grabbing over here. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
To keep from bleeding out. He was trying to compress the wound at the same. Yeah, because if you saw when he was leaving the hospital, the blood was coming
bleeding
down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Only thing that would have made it better is if it was one shot. The shot that Punisher did in the apartment. Yeah, I could kind of see that. I could get that point.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Broke his jaw, not killed him. So that's Matt when he hit Cole Nord. He's saying when he snapped his head back, broke his jaw.
Yeah, he hit him pretty hard.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Is coffee a code word?
What for
Punisher?
Not Punisher. What's his name? Luke Cage.
Oh,
because you know how Luke Cage always says, "Want to get a cup of coffee?"
Want to get a cup of coffee.
But we know what he was talking about. And it was so funny when that show came out. When that show came out and said everybody said when he kept saying, "You want to get a cup of coffee?" and the next scene he's having sex with whoever he said that to, and you had people literally trying to use that as a pickup line, talking about want to get a cup of coffee. I said everybody not gonna fall for that because not everybody's familiar with that line. But good luck trying it.
Heather the therapist is full of crap and a waste. Do you know there's rumors out there? I know we'll probably talk more about it.
I can't stand her. I liked her at the beginning, but I don't like her now.
There's rumors going around out there that Heather, since she got appointed to Fisk's head of mental health, whatever the fuck he appointed her at the end, there's rumors going around that like she's gonna take over Muse's work and be like the Muse. I was like,
well, that would be dumb.
I was like, I don't like that theory. It's a theory. Nobody.
That theory needs to go somewhere.
Yeah,
that theory. If they did that, it'd be absolutely stupid.
It would be dumb. It'd be
take it from a guy who has a career in watching Criminal Minds. It does not. You have to have the right tragedies in order to become a Muse. She does not have those tragedies. She cannot be the unsub. So yeah, that's just.
But remember what she said. She saved herself.
Yeah, but
sure did.
You gotta understand, like a character like Muse as a serial killer has a point to him. She does not have the same goals, so she can't be.
Leo, you being the comic guy, I'm sure you're aware of this. Isn't it true that Heather does take her own life in the comics?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to incorporate that later on.
They're not going to show it.
They're probably not going to show it.
They're not going to show
it. I doubt it. But I could see that.
They'll hint to it, but they won't show it.
They
probably make fucking Fist killer.
they showed Bullseye when Fisk mentioned martial law in that building. Oh, there was a little quick shot of
in his apartment when he was fixing the painting.
Show Miles Morales with Kingpin if that's the case.
If you want to cause controversy, then go right on the head.
Give them idea.
If you want to cause controversy, go right on the head. I'm all for it.
Do not put that in the universe, brother man, because
Brother man.
you're gonna get look. You already got him mad. See, go ahead, Aaron.
Too late.
No, I don't have to. No, I can't do it. No, just don't do it. Just don't do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just don't do it. Same shot.
Shit. Okay.
Same shot he gave Foggy. Yeah, but all right. I'm not gonna beef about Bullseye anymore. It's fine. He hit somebody with a tooth and killed them. It's fine. I'm cool. Whatever they want to do. It's fine.
His side tooth.
It's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that shit came out like a fucking bullet, bro.
I was like. Okay. I had to go back and look again to see what that was because it happened so fast. I'm like, this man literally used his tooth as a weapon.
The slow mental breakdown of Bullseye is honestly genius, all the way back from Netflix to now. Because he's just slowly becoming more and more crazy as the seasons go on. That's just the truth of it. Like
the pill scene, scene was fucking strong as shit, bro. That pill scene when she was just like, I need you to become who you're supposed to be. I was like, you evil bitch. You were just evil.
Yep. We need Claire back. Claire.
Oh, yes, Night Nurse. Let's go, baby.
Awesome.
Oh, Night Nurse. Oh,
bring the Night Nurse. Awesome. Bring my baby back.
Listen, Rosario Dawson was racking up them Netflix checks when the Defenders, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist was on because she was on all of those shows. Dawson. She was on all of those shows. It was. So she was getting paid top. She was probably getting paid slightly more than the actual main character of each of those shows because she was on all of them.
Yo,
that's crazy.
I forgot she was in those fucking shows.
Yeah, she was in all of them.
As Ahsoka, she was fucking awesome.
She was in like she literally was. She was like literally the glue.
Damn,
I think about it.
She was in those.
If you think about it, she was the glue of those shows.
Yeah, seriously. Now that you think about it, bring back Misty Knight as well.
Word. Let me tell you something. Misty was something. What?
I was mad that they canceled
that first episode. Lord have mercy.
You want to know what's so crazy?
Oh.
I'm sure y'all was probably thinking the same thing. But back then when that show was on, why did so many people couldn't wait? They was like, okay, this is going on, and this is nice and everything. Luke Cage, ha 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 ha. But when is she going to lose her arm? Everybody kept asking when is she going to lose her arm because they wanted to see her get that bionic arm. Like everybody wanted to see her get that arm, and then she finally lost it when it got cut off, and people was actually cheering for it. I was looking at reactions. People was like, "Yes, she lost her arm. We know what's about to happen next. She's about to get the bionic arm."
I just had to go back and remind myself of who Misty Knight was from, and I remember Luke Cage. Yeah, you can bring him. Yeah, it'd be great.
So, one of the studios tried to get slick and. The movie that Taraji P. Henson was in,
Proud Mary,
Proud Mary was actually like
based off like Misty Knight.
Based on Misty Knight. You can see it.
What season? I forgot what season finale it was for Luke Cage. I want to say it might have been the end of season 1, where they were in the club and she was standing there at the bar and she turned around. And she had the afro out with the red headband, and she was wearing that red dress. I said that was a nod to her costume. When I saw that, I said, when I saw that, I felt like my soul was about to leave my body and go right through the screen.
My soul left my body.
Okay, let's see here. He wanted Kingpin to suffer, not a quick headshot. Okay, I mean, with a shot to the heart of real. I mean, maybe I guess. All right.
Kingpin got shot in the face and recovered.
I was gonna say he got shot in the eyeball and recovered.
That is true.
I get it. I get it.
And recovered the eye.
If you're not a criminal minds guy, you don't get it. Like, you gotta understand, like these serial killers are artists in their own mind. You know what I'm saying? So shooting somebody in the head is something that you do to punish somebody. But when you want to like make a point about something, you shoot them in the heart. It's about passion.
Okay.
And whatnot.
Okay.
So
all right.
Gotta go watch Criminal Minds.
I'm taking.
Chase had a whole bunch of black lights and fucking CSI.
I'll take. Okay, you know what? I rock with it. Okay, I got you then.
I'm almost certain that Bullseye knows these body parts and what will be the kill shot and what won't be the kill shot.
Okay, so let's get Claire's the ultimate anchor being.
She is. She really is.
All right, so let's get into some complete and utter bullshit here. Let's do that. So where do I start?
Wait, after Daredevil leaves Frank's house.
Let's talk about. So where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the kingpin kill of all kills, or do we want to start with the?
Let's start with that.
Which one?
Kingpin.
Kingpin, bro.
Yeah,
that was the best use of.
Oh my god!
Use of MA material that you could like you could get to.
Yep.
Because it wasn't even pretty.
Nope.
It was the most sloppiest, disgusting looking thing. And I said to myself, how the hell did they show this?
I said this passed the green. They greenlit this.
I love it. It was TVMA for a reason. I love the fact, to your point, I love the fact that it wasn't a clean, like, rip his head off his body. Like, my man's jaw and
was hanging.
Everything was going
off the side. It looked like a horror movie. He
looked like he had him looking like a Picasso painting. I
thought he was going to do, like, a good classic watermelon smash.
That's what I thought, too.
Like, he was going to bring him in, and it was going to just be like, splish. And it'd be very unrecognizable. No, this is like what happens when you really try to crush a human's head. Yeah. It's not going to go perfectly.
Yeah,
so you're going to go like this.
Yeah,
and jack yourself up
because the jaw actually gives way, and he's still pushing.
And what I liked is that, what I liked about this, how they was going back between scenes. They was going back between Punisher being tied up and that scene with him crushing his head. But the thing that got me, that actually did make me laugh, is that Kingpin hit the commissioner so hard in the gut that he felt it in his throat. He hit him here. He felt it in his throat.
I mean,
because I had to look at it again to make sure, because I was like, wait a minute, he hit him in the stomach, but he's choking. So I had to make sure that he didn't hit, that it was so fast that he hit him in the throat, but he hit him in the stomach.
He brought something up.
Yeah, when you hit somebody, if you hit somebody hard enough in the stomach, you will make him throw up. He hit him in his abdominal, got him.
No, but shout out to the guy that the commissioner, because I'm not gonna lie, when he did that kind of.
The jejunum. He hit him in the jejunum. He hit him in the fucking jejunum.
But they showed it.
You know, tropics, baby.
But also too, shout out to the sound department, whoever is over the sound, because you could hear the man's skull crushing, his brain squishing while he's doing this.
Beautiful.
And it was in layers, like he was crushing him while he's giving a speech to him and the task force. He's like, look, this is the warning. If you dare cross me. Like, this is just the warning. And look, this is your former boss. This is who I took you away from to work for me.
It's got to be Marvel's most gruesome kill.
It has to be.
It has to be Marvel's
it has
most
to
kill
be
to date. Everything else is PG-13. It's got to be.
Yeah,
and I like that it was.
That whole episode was Marvel's gruesome kills.
It was, bro. It got MA. I saw the MA. I was like, oh, okay.
Think about it. Before that, when Punisher went and when he saw the task force, when he was taking them all out, he literally ripped someone's groin out with a pickaxe.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk about that as well,
wait, hold on one second. One of the best Kingpin moments is when he got the napkin and tried to clean the blood off his face.
And clean the blood.
Yeah.
He was like,
I got a little something on me.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
And he wasn't even wiping. He was patting.
What the hell is wrong with you?
The fact that this motherfucker like literally did what he did to that man and then went and had dinner with his wife right after is like, what the just a normal
but not only that, but but before he did that, but before doing that, he made sure to address the city to tell them what was going on with the power outage, and then saying we're about to immediately implement martial law.
Mm-hmm.
He said we are about to implement martial law, and you're about to have an 8 p.m. curfew.
Curfew.
Yeah.
A curfew in New York.
You're in New York. When I saw that, I laughed.
I was like, in New York, you won't have a curfew.
In New York, I said that is an oxymoron because New York is known as a city that never
That's
sleeps.
a city that never sleeps.
A curfew in New York.
At 8 p.m. curfew.
8 p.m. curfew with
You know
that.
how well 8 p.m. curfew would work here, bro? That shit would not.
You better bring the whole U.S. Army in this motherfucker if you want to give everybody 8 p.m. curfew.
I'm over damn sure gonna be outside.
Shit.
I'm just gonna put it like this. Punisher goes to take on the task force. Okay.
Okay, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you. I'm glad that you said it.
That was the dumbest
you know what
thing
my line was
ever.
about to see? I want whatever type of Kevlar Punisher had on. Because this motherfucker took 6 shotgun bullets to the goddamn back and didn't go down.
It was all birdshot.
Aaron,
It was all birdshot.
It was all birdshot.
It was all birdshot.
You can take that. If it was birdshot, you can take. Yo, seriously, birdshot you can take.
But Aaron, like whatever I've been saying the whole time, the
Not
armor he
close,
is wearing
but you can
is
take
the
birdshot.
power of the plot.
Literally,
he is wearing some powerful plot armor.
6 shots, my dude.
But
no,
I'm gonna tell you,
no, not far shots. These shots,
no, they were
3
they were
feet
close.
away.
Yeah,
These are
They were
3 feet away
close.
shotgun
They were
shots,
close
bro.
range shots.
But you gotta realize these guys don't want to kill him.
I
He's
know
the one that
it didn't matter.
He's the one that wants to die.
I know, I get it, but
But that was the most non-Punisher thing I've ever seen him do.
Yeah.
it was.
Any other time, if the Punisher was going in, he would have set up. He'd have been popping dudes off from far, right? Then getting a little bit closer. You know what I'm saying? No, he just walk straight down the hall like
that plot armor is strong.
I'm wondering about that because it felt like he kind of wanted to get caught.
It felt like
no, he wanted to die. He wants to die.
Yeah, but
that's his MO. His MO, he wants to join his family.
What I also liked about that scene,
he wanted to get caught though.
What I also liked about the scene was the dialogue he was having with them, basically telling them like, y'all are out here doing this because y'all feel like I'm giving you inspiration because you just see me going out here just killing people, but that's not the reason. He says, I have a reason for why I'm doing this. Y'all literally bastardize what I'm doing just so y'all can give yourself an excuse to be a killer.
This motherfucker called them a fanboys.
Also, I just want to say like very similar to the comic run where he went against the NYPD. Very, very similar to the comic run. Very, like the whole dialogue, very similar.
Yeah.
But
like
also
I saw that scan today. I was like, shit. Okay.
Almost spot on, dude.
I was like, oh fuck, okay.
One thing I did want to talk about was what happened when Karen and Matt went to Foggy's storage unit. And when they found that file, and then they find out that Foggy had stumbled upon something so deep than what he thought it was. He thought it was one thing, but it was something else. And then that's when they find out why he had the hit put on him and why he was killed.
Yes.
So they found out. So they were talking about was it a Freeport? Basically, they could just run amok over it and do whatever they wanted over there. They had no jurisdiction.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yes, you would have no jurisdiction.
That is Kingpin, though. That's Kingpin's MO. He's always looking for the twist. He'll sell you whatever the fuck you want to hear, but at the end of the day, I'm making money.
Yeah,
like he said to his wife, like he said to Vanessa, he was like, "Honey, you did great with all the investments and all this other stuff. This is the plan. Look what I'm setting up." Mm-hmm. And when she saw it, you saw her smile on her fucking face when he started telling her his plan. She was like, "Oh yes, wrap those big ass hands around me." And then one scene that I did when they put when they were walking away and they had all the other senators and governor, whatever the fuck they are, the people in the cages.
The vigilantes, all the vigilantes.
Mm-hmm.
No, they have all vigilantes. They have senators and governors.
All the people that were against him were in
all the people that were against him.
Okay, in those cages, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Like animals, like. But I will say this: those were some big cages.
They were.
Frank can take a fucking punch though.
I mean, I'm still here.
With those, DZ, you saw the gloves that they had on.
Wait.
It only take one. It only take one to make you cry for your mama.
Those are good ones. He ate that too, and just still talking crap.
Shit, you get hit by one of those gloves. The way that they hit him.
Yeah.
There ain't no way you talking straight.
Mhm.
My man was coming across him like from east to west.
All right. So obviously, I mean, anything else before we get to like the end of the episode?
Oh, the motherfucking zip ties when Frank was sitting in that chair. Did you guys notice that? This motherfucker had 8 zip ties on each fucking tie.
He had 8 of them? Oh, damn. I didn't notice that.
It was 4 on each arm. I was like, what?
No, they had him locked.
Yeah, you can't afford for him to get up, bro.
No, not at all. You got no wiggle room, son.
Nah. Yeah, you can't let him get up.
Dude, and the cinematography of that shot with all the whole crew wearing Punisher emblems on their fucking thing.
Yes.
And him having the conversation with the main cop, like, hey, you can join us. You are a symbol for these guys. Whatever. We fucking want this from you. This motherfucker said, nah, you're a bunch of fucking fanboys. I was like, oh hell no.
And he felt some type of way about that. The look on his face told it all. He didn't have to say a word. His face was crazy.
Yeah, Frank just basically said you on my diz. Like, yo, what? Wouldn't expected that.
This is interesting. I didn't catch this. Yeah, they were non-lethal. They said right before he attacked, no kill zone. I didn't catch that they said no kill zone before.
Yeah,
they said it. They said do not kill him. Like, don't kill him.
I didn't hear that part. Okay,
shit,
all right,
okay.
okay, fair. I missed that. Then I'm gonna have to go back and check that out because I missed that part. Punisher had some Kevlar cold North on hat on as well. Yo, he did have Punisher always wears that the big old, I know,
fucking vest,
yeah. He wears the big ass fucking. But I was just like, that was a lot of fucking shots he took, bro. I was like, I don't know, but I guess they said don't kill
that
him.
bird shot would have been all in his neck and all in his arms.
That's
and all
what I
in
was
his shit.
thinking. Like it would have, but you know,
That shit, that bird shot spreads wide. It doesn't fucking just flat armor.
There you go.
Plot armor. Fun fact: Cole North is also an enhanced human with great boxing and hand-to-hand skills, so he possibly could have survived the grenade. But we haven't seen that he's that yet in the MCU. That's the problem. The comic, I agree with you. Yes, he is, but we didn't see that. We just saw him be part of the task force. So, like, maybe it wouldn't surprise me if he came back for season 2 and he wasn't dead, and maybe he just looked like he, survived a grenade blast and kind of looked a little fucked up. Wouldn't surprise me because we didn't actually see him die. But again, okay. So the end of the episode, I guess we'll get into. We kind of see that obviously. I think the big line that everybody takes away is like, oh, gonna need an army or whatever.
It did not live up to what I was thinking.
Yeah. So then it pans to the bar, and you kind of see like, So this is the question I get. So this is the question I actually wanted to pose to you guys because there's a couple different. Obviously, a lot of people are theorizing coming out of this.
Right.
So. The army he was referring to. So the people who were there in the bar are obviously not going to be much help to him in terms of a fight. So the two theories going on out there are because it's been heavily speculated the Defenders are coming back for season 2. Do you guys think it's going to be the Defenders? Is that like
I would hope so?
That's what I'm leaning to. That's what I'm leaning towards.
The suit tells different.
So,
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. If you were gonna say something, DZ, go. Oh, no. Okay. So here's what I will say that I thought was interesting. And I guess kind of I'm going to give you guys a hear me out because I actually had to go and do like a little bit of a dive on it. So you know how we got the early rumors and we saw Daredevil in the black suit for season 2 and all that. So there's a comic run with Daredevil where he's in the black suit and he's really not with the Defenders. Instead, he's with the Hand. So my thoughts are maybe the Hand comes back for season 2.
No, this is what actually happened. It goes from the Hand. He goes hunting. He goes looking for the Hand. For help.
Right. So like people are like, it's not going to be the Defenders like everybody thinks. He's going to go hunting for the Hand for help.
And the Double D Daredevil, black suit Daredevil, ain't nothing to fuck with.
Right. Well, that I know. I know the black suits, but listen, I've been telling you guys, I'm here for the black suit. I know what version of Daredevil. I know what version of Daredevil that is.
That motherfucker there. He fucking kill people.
At this point, let Matt go get the Hand. Let him go get the Defender. Shoot, take it a step further and go get the Daughters of the Dragon.
No, but the thing is, he's. I think. Okay, so this is my theory. He's gonna get the Hand. He can't control the Hand. He brings the Defenders in to help him to stop the Hand. Perfect plot line.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah,
because you give us the perfect plot line. Because after the hand takes out Fist and takes out the fucking the little police force, because they ain't got a chance against the fucking hand. So after he does that, the hand turns on Daredevil.
Yep.
He needs to get help.
Mm-hmm.
Defenders, bring your ass back in here.
That's I could see it. I could see it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If that's where we're going, cooking.
That's what he's going. That's
Christmas.
That's what he would need because not saying that Matt can't hold his own, but you got Jessica Jones who has super strength. You have Luke Cage who is impenetrable to bullets, and he has super strength. And you have Iron Fist who has that. You know, the name speaks for itself.
The glow. Yeah, the glow.
He got the glow.
Daredevil. Sorry, Brother Man wanted me to go back and read this. Sorry, Brother Man, I must have missed this one. Could the army Daredevil is referring to also include the jail vigilantes from Kingpin's basement along with the Punisher?
No.
The jail vigilantes. I don't know.
The thing is, I think we saw one vigilante, but you saw a swordsman. Then you have Frank Castle there. So that's why you have Frank. So
he was there.
Was there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was there. Yo, that was a fucked up scene too. God damn it.
Reminded me of Rorschach and Watchmen.
But that's the way that's the way the story would make sense to me. The way I said it is because the hand in the comic books fucking turned on Daredevil.
Yeah, okay.
Because they wanted to get they didn't want to give back control to the people. Fuck that. Fist already did half of the job. All we gotta do is kill a couple more motherfuckers, and then the whole city is ours. We control everything.
I can see that. I get what you're saying. If that's the case, it's gonna be that's gonna be crazy.
But then again,
God.
But just like with how the end credit scene, the mid credit scene was in Daredevil Born Again, I believe that's going to be a tie into Punisher's special presentation.
Yes.
So this is definitely leading to that.
Yeah. Where that's going.
I was going to say, Jose said, but we have
Jose just said it
coming out. Yeah. So we need to see how that goes, and it will be bloody as well. We'll see. And so I just want to make sure here, everybody caught the post credit scene, correct?
Yeah.
Because
what's your name?
He was dumb before to shake that man's.
What's your name?
Yo, why would you, bro?
Why would you go and shake that?
Why would you shake this motherfucker's hand? Why?
No.
Why?
Why'd you talk to him?
Why?
You don't talk to him.
He's from Jersey.
The minute he started talking, I was like, "You're stupid. You're dumb. You're just dumb."
He's even from Jersey.
The only thing we saw of that post, as soon as he said, "What's your name?" I was like, "Oh, I know where this is going." And then obviously it happened. And then I'm gonna use Chase's line here. That arm is never gonna fucking heal. That arm's never.
Listen, he grabbed his hand.
Never healed.
He grabbed his
hand,
he's dead. Broke his wrist, pulled his whole arm in, and broke his arm.
He broke the whole arm, the whole thing.
He dead, bro. He dead.
He broke the whole thing.
Yeah, that shit was.
He's never gonna throw the ball out of Yankee Stadium, bro. That's just done.
That shit was fucking nasty as hell when he did it. And like you said, Torian, the sound effects.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. The sound.
When he broke that motherfucking
you
heard it.
I grabbed my arm.
So obviously we mentioned it. So the Punisher special is going to come out. If the Punisher special is as bloody as this shit, I appreciate you.
Imagine a whole hour of carnage. Imagine.
Yeah. Can't wait. Yeah.
So now we can put to bed. Now we can put to bed that he did sign that contract that it has to be the same kind of Punisher.
100%.
That he wanted or he wasn't going to do it.
100%.
And we got the contract was fulfilled.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So now we know the rumors were true. So whoever broke that rumor, you were right on the fucking money.
Okay, so here's the last theory that I'll put out there. At least, so obviously we got Defenders one, the Hand one. The Hand one makes a lot of sense to me, to be honest with you. The whole thing you said, Leah, actually makes a lot of sense to me with the Hand and then the Defenders. Makes a ton of sense. It
would be fucking.
It would be incredible too. Okay, wait. Before I do that, I'll get so. The other rumor is Muse is also in a cell. Is Muse in a cell or is he fucking dead?
Muse is dead.
The thing is, we have Muse when Muse died. Kingpin comes in and sees the body.
Mm-hmm.
He right there, he looked like he was fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Muse is supposedly one of the mutants or whatever in the comic books.
Inhumans.
He's one of the Inhumans. I'm sorry, he's one of the Inhumans, so he can take. He's resistant to bullets. So I don't know. Because if they decide to bring him back, they have to. Lucy, you got a lot of explaining to do.
You got a lot of explaining to do.
You gotta explain to us how.
Because I went back and like I said, everybody, I wanted to see where those shots landed. That shit was center mask.
Center mask.
That shit was center. I don't know how the fuck she pulled it off, but she got center mask shots. I was like, God damn. Okay.
Something just popped up in my head, and I have to go back to the bank episode. Which we all just pretty much deem as a reminder, of Kamala Khan. But now that Matt knows who she is, and apparently, even though this didn't happen in an episode, let's just say he went to her home and had dinner with her dad and her family, and she might not have been there because she was supposed to be out in LA with friends. But we know what that is. Do you think there's a possibility that if they ever do the Young Avengers and she's there, that Matt might pop up even as a cameo because of her?
After Matt popped up in She-Hulk, he could be in anything.
Or when he popped up in No Way Home,
anything.
Yeah, I think they're hinting to they've been hinting for the West Coast Avengers or the Young Avengers. They've been hinting on that for the longest time now. So, She-Hulk took place in LA too. So, sorry, that took place in LA. So it's like they're giving you all these little fruits and vegetables and all this other stuff. They're putting it there. They're throwing the little bug out, and they're trying to build something. Where they're going to go with it and how it ends up, it's different. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if the way I see it going is going to be West Coast Avengers, so I'm more concerned to the buildup of what we're going to get with Fantastic Four leading to Secret Wars and leaving this as Daredevil TVMA for Disney Plus.
Okay.
And leave Punisher for Disney Plus until you get to that apex. Because I would love to see a special presentation of the final season of Daredevil be that big fight between the Defenders and the Hand.
Oh shit! Okay,
I would love that to be like either a special presentation.
Okay.
Because it's depending how the second season goes.
Yeah, agreed.
The second season must come out next year, right?
Speaking of which, I was just about to say my next point was going to be before we do our normal man cave thing on the way out. So rumor has it today that a new season of Daredevil is supposed to be every year from now on for the next couple of years. Thumbs up or thumbs down on that?
If it's a way that I'm going with it, I want a thumbs up.
if it could be on the up and up, I'm a thumbs up it.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not hard to do. What's hard to do is stay on Disney Plus. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's got a couple of great episodes, but listen, I fell asleep on a couple of episodes. Like, and I spent today kind of binge watching, going back through it. There's a lot of storyline in there that just didn't need to happen, and they could have spent a lot more time giving us the meat of this thing. Is this fight for Kingpin and Daredevil to be whom they are, created more situations where they are more tempted to become who they are. All of these sideline plots with Hush and some of these other people just was not necessary and whatnot.
Do you think? I got a question for everybody. Do you think that they did a right thing cutting it down from 18 episodes to 8?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You wouldn't have got anything until like episode 6.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I also just think that I think that so here's what I will say. With that, so obviously we're gonna do our rating thing momentarily. But what I will say is this show did just enough to keep me intrigued moving forward because I see the potential it could have. The Hand, Defenders, Punisher special, how Ruthless Fisk looked at the end, right? They gave me just enough to like, I'm not out. You kind of like, you got me on the hook a little bit. I'm holding on by like a pinky finger. I'm here.
We're nibbling at the shit.
You're saying
I'm here.
Come on. You're saying 97.
No, hell no. But the fact of the matter is, the directors and the writers who did the last 2 episodes, they're supposed to be the team moving forward on Daredevil. That gives me hope for it to be fire moving forward. That's all the hope I have, because originally it was written by a different team. They incorporated a half and half story with 2 different teams, and this team who did the last episode did episode 9, 8, and 1, and those, in my opinion, were the best episodes of the season, outside of maybe 5 or 6, whatever that middle episode was, that 5, 6 one. Outside of that, the rest of those were the really good episodes. So it gives me enough to be like, okay, I'm here for that team to write this moving forward, because I think it would be good and directed. So like, that's where I kind of agree at this point. So that being said, Daredevil, Born Again, season 1, rate it 1 through 10. Everybody,
I gave it
whoever
an
wants
8.
to go first. An 8. Oh boy, for
the overall season?
Overall season, the whole season,
because it was like
overall.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.
Okay. All right.
I've seen worse, and by worse I mean She-Hulk.
Don't get Leo. Don't get Leo.
They shooting.
They look.
Where's Charles, man? God damn it.
Who else? 1 through 10.
He in his skin.
Give me a rating. 1 through 10. Go ahead.
Wow. Oh man, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. There's just the scene, the episodes that were great, but the ones where it just, I won't call it filler, but it just did not satiate my hunger, was terrible. And for me to fall asleep on it, it's just like, bruh.
I hear you.
I think with this show, it was pushing the envelope and saying, look at what we can do when we really go there as far as the gruesomeness goes. Because that right there, they went over the top with it in a good way. And it's basically saying, look, we can do this with shows where this applies to. We don't have to hold back anymore. Let Daredevil Born Again be that door opening so they can actually have more shows like this to come in, and let that be the foundation to build upon.
Yeah, I can understand that. DZ Leo, go for it. Go ahead. Go, bro. Shoot.
Me personally, I give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Just because of, I hope the way that they're going is that way, and also the fucking acting. I can't get over how good Kingpin was, how good fucking Matt was. It was solid. Even the fucking cops just had me good with the fucking acting. So I was like, shit. Okay, these side characters are good. His assistant is good. His the lady was good in acting. The fucking psychiatrist, his girlfriend, I just couldn't stand her after that episode. But she did She made me hate her. That was her job. She made me hate her. So she did her thing. Muse, it was like a off and on with me.
Deserved better.
He deserved as a character. He did deserve better. 9 times out of 10, he did 10 out of 10. He deserved better than that. But if it goes the way I think it should go, after I finish talking to Kevin and sell him on this shit and get us a paycheck. So after that meeting with Kevin, we will talk about it. Sit down and chop it up and see. We'll see. But I give it an 8.5.
All right, DZ, you want to go? You want me to go?
I was thoroughly disappointed throughout every episode or so. I definitely didn't get enough Daredevil. Got a lot of Matt Murdock. I got a crazy Punisher, and then a stupid Punisher, but then a redemption Punisher. I'm like, all right, cool, but it took them too long to get here. They got that's exactly what I'm saying. I got a crazy Punisher, then a stupid Punisher, then I got like a little redemption in the end. But yeah, too much time without the suit on for it to be the Daredevil show. So I'm giving it like a 6.74.
Damn.
7.
God damn, we put the 4 in there. You can't just give it a fucking 6, 7. God
Nope,
damn it.
6.74.
You just gotta be the odd one.
Because when you round it, it still says it's 6, 7.
All right. Yeah, listen, that's fair. I'll wrap it on this. I really thought about it. The action I got in here, the violence, the arm breaks, the leg breaks, a lot of those aren't going to heal. You know, I get it. You know, I appreciate it. The jaw, it was great. Those parts were great. But to DZ's points, it was far and few between. A couple episodes, a lot of filler, not enough time in the suit for me. That being said, I will also somewhat agree with Leo here. I see what they're kind of going for moving forward. I get it. And I'm hopeful that in the future, there's going to be a lot more action regarding hopefully the hand, the defenders, all that. All that being said, for this season, in a nutshell, I'm giving it like a 6. I didn't, and I think it's because I had my expectations way up here. I told you guys from the beginning earlier. I was like, this is going to be the best Marvel project this year. I had it set that high, and I didn't get that. So I'm like disappointed. So I'm putting it at a 6. It's not to say I hated it. I love some parts. It was just like I got lost in the middle. To Chase's point, I fell asleep twice. I don't fall asleep during Marvel shit. I fell asleep twice in 2 episodes, and I was like, it was just too much. I needed more. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the future. I'm excited about future seasons. Let's check the comments.
I gotta say one thing though.
Go shoot.
If you do the fucking hand and you get those suits wrong, I'm gonna rip this shit a fucking apart.
Oh man, yeah.
Because there is signature shit in the fucking hands ninja suits.
Agreed.
If you fuck this up. You fuck this up. I'm gonna fucking rip this shit apart.
We're talking about the hand. We are not talking about the foot. Turtles.
It's not turtles. Fuck no. It's not those boggy ass. Not those boggy eyes. Fucking suits. No. This is the fucking hand. You fuck up these suits, we're gonna have problems.
All right, let's get some comments in here. So maybe do Daredevil twice a year if that's the case. No, once a year. It's fine.
Yeah, once a year. Scheduling is a thing.
Yeah, once a year. This is too much shooting to do. I mean, I get what you're saying, that brother man, because it's a lot of storytelling. I just think they need to do a better, like the pacing in the show was like the worst thing for me. The pacing just got really down sometimes, and then when it really hit, it was like, oh damn, really really good. But then it like pacing just went down to like, I don't know. It's a whole thing. You cannot have martial law. I'm New York and not acknowledge every vigilante in New York saying what the fuck. Yeah, I mean like you can't have martial law. I'm New York and not acknowledge every single vigilante in New York saying what the fuck. I mean, yeah, but there's like a budget. You know what I'm saying? You can't have you just as a budget. Like there's a budget. It is what it is.
Hey,
like, I get what you're saying.
Deadpool said
it's like Deadpool. They couldn't afford it anymore.
They couldn't afford anymore.
All you afford is Punisher? That's it? That's all I get?
Couldn't afford anymore. Like I don't know, man. Pretty much able. Nostalgic. I'm gonna go back to your Fantastic Four thing momentarily because I feel like we could end off on that. This show should have been one long season 1. Clearly, how it was shot could have been. This show should have been one long season 1. Clearly, how it was shot. Oh, you're saying like the original 18 episodes? Yeah, but I feel like people would have given up in the middle. To Chase's point earlier, I kind of agree with that. I feel like the middle would have got very drawn out if it was 18 episodes because it just.
By the third or fourth episode, nobody's watching this freak.
I feel like it would have died out completely.
Making it a short season like they did was the way to go.
That's the only thing I would say.
Listen, they could have made this 3 episodes and just packed it full of goodness, and we wouldn't have cared and whatnot.
Agreed. Reminds me of CW shows the way it was done. CW shows is crazy.
No, come on, stop that.
I can't compare.
We wouldn't say that all that.
Jesus Christ!
Because a CW show would not do what they had.
Okay, so you're not gonna get the crushed. You ain't gonna get the crushed head, but I got my heroes in the suit every episode.
Well, that's true. Daredevil's also
shit.
Daredevil's also a good show, not just a great superhero show. Okay, I can see that point. Yes, it is a good show. The dialogue is good. The acting is really good. I get that point.
But he's a superhero
that's fighting through something.
But is he
trying not to be?
He's a lawyer from Hell's Kitchen.
Don't give a shit.
Exactly. He's supposed to do detective shit too.
He's a
You know what I'm saying?
superhero.
Like Batman, you know, he has Bruce Wayne.
14 blocks away. You a superhero, motherfucker. Let's go.
This is like a mid-season finale, and we're gonna get the rest in 11 months. Kind of. That's kind of how it felt. It's kind of how it felt at the end. It feels like it's gonna be a continuation. You're like, okay, like I get it.
But for me, they left it off in a great place because if we get that we're gonna get that Punisher fucking special presentation. Oh, yes.
Daredevil was good but slow. Nice finale though. Solid acting. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree.
That's basically what we say. Yeah,
I agree. Make Daredevil command the hand like in the comics. Marvel won't do it. Cowards. Ooh, imagine
black suit, Abel. The black suit.
If they do that shit, bro, yo, you know how hard that would go. Oh
I mean, why not? I mean, we already saw them have Kingpin crush the commissioner's head. I mean, at this point, you can only go to distance.
He needs an
and you're getting a Punisher special presentation.
We're
going far.
At this point, you can only go there.
Torian, that run in the comics of Daredevil, like that's a different Daredevil, bro. That's a different guy than the guy you've seen.
Yeah,
and guess what? But Aaron, guess what? It's a different day. It's a different day.
Oh, I mean, maybe you listen. Yeah, you put the black suit on, all of a sudden shit changes. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I understand. I hope that's the case.
And plus, that Man Without Fear is fucking a great run too.
It's crazy. It's crazy. 7 out of 10. I give it a 6 for the slow. And I'm being nice because episodes 1, 8, and 9. Yeah, 1, 8, and 9 really did like save what was the scene. I think I don't want to harp on it, but I think to this point, I think the thing to me was that, and I could be alone in this. I think Kingpin, Punisher, like shined more than Matt Murdock and Daredevil throughout the whole. Like when they were on, you were like glued to them when you were watching. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you were like everything they did. Think about Punisher back to the 3rd episode when he had that whole interaction with Matt. You were glued to Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Everything he was saying. You know,
I'd say that anytime that Matt put on the suit, I was glued.
I could, yeah, but he put on the suit
twice.
4 times. I was gonna say 2 times, 3 times.
No, 4 times. It was like when he fought Muse, he had the suit on.
He did 1, 4, 9.
And when he saved her, that's another one.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I'm sorry. 1, 4.
That was such a small snippet. I forgot about it too.
1, 4, 6, and 9.
That was a good fight.
1, 4, 7, 9. It was 4. It was 4 times. It was 4.
The office fight, and the train fight were good fights. They were.
And don't forget the bank. Don't forget the bank.
But he wasn't in the suit.
No, he wasn't in the suit in the bank. Yeah.
What was it? Absolutely.
No, the one thing that saved that whole bank thing was when he fucking did that drop kick to that guy's leg in the fucking under the tunnel.
Crazy.
I'll put it this way. He was in a suit, but not the Daredevil suit, because he did do that.
Okay. 6.75. 6.75. The drop kick was nice.
I'm trying to get more points from Wendy's. I'm trying to remember more shit.
He will never dance again. I'll tell you that much. Let's
go. But also too, when he smashed his face in that shattered glass from that bottle before he did the drop kick.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that shit was dope. That shit was tight.
I mean, you literally saw the shards of glass poking out of this man's face.
Stop fighting for it, okay? 6.75 is as high as I'm going. All right, that's it.
She-Hulk still worse. It's crazy.
It's still worse. It's absolutely true. And I got way more She-Hulk than I got Daredevil. So
6, not much. 6, not much Daredevil action. All the Netflix seasons were better. Season 2 of Daredevil
was not good. It was not good.
Season 1 and 3 were fire. Season 2 was not that good.
Yeah.
Season 2 was not that, like I would. This is comparable to season 2. I might take this over.
The only good thing that was good about season 1 was that one stairwell scene, that one shot stairwell scene. I think that was the first episode of season 2. Like, what a way to kick the season off. That scene is
and then it fell flat after that. After that second season 1.
Let's see here. solid show, but
That's
it's a
season
Marvel
2.
superhero, so it didn't live up to the name. Everything else is good, great acting, just lackluster for what it was supposed to be. It was lackluster at times. I agree.
Yeah.
They did not do justice for villains and superheroes. They did a show besides Bullseye, but only partially. Bullseye got done justice in the show. I'd agree with that.
Yeah,
They did him good. They did him really good.
Bullseye was he did great.
He made me want to have that ability.
Tooth.
Daredevil is one big Matlock rerun.
No.
Matlock rerun's crazy.
Nostalgic. Come on.
Nostalgic.
If Matlock was fucking a good show, don't you do that?
Hey,
You are
Matlock
disrespecting
was
your
a good
elders.
show. Okay, he was a damn good lawyer.
You're disrespecting
Exactly.
your elders.
Exactly. You're nostalgic too. Come on, Matlock. You can't compare him to Matlock. Shit.
Listen, Matlock was damn good, brother. Good damn show. Him and Perry Mason.
Woo! Shit.
Punisher.
I almost became a lawyer because of them.
Punisher shined more than Matt in season 2 of the Netflix show. Yeah, I think he. I would agree.
That was more of his season.
I would agree with that. I think so. Let's see here. So
I'm gonna rewatch that season.
what I wanted to say for last was Nostalgic up here said, did you guys talk about Fantastic Four trailer? So you'll see if you stay up for a little while longer, you'll see our reaction to Fantastic
You will.
Trailer.
You will see it.
We're gonna do it as soon as we get out of here.
As soon as we get in here.
Yeah,
and be on the lookout. We got a new trailer for 28 Years Later, and we also going to give you a Sandman trailer too.
Yeah, those are coming up. Those will be coming up.
When I saw Sentence today and they showed the trailer for Fight or Flight, that movie looks insane.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. I have to see the whole thing though.
Nostalgic. I think. Do you want to talk about Fantastic Four? Or do you want to save it for our trailer reaction? Save it for the trailer reaction. Save it for the trailer reaction. Okay. All right. Nostalgic. No disrespect. We're gonna save it for the trailer reaction because we want to really talk about it. You'll see our reaction there.
Don't call Herbie Jar Jar. That's not even.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was.
Don't even do that. I'm gonna acknowledge you right here. Don't do that.
That's a little. That's
some blasphemy. That's blasphemy right there, boy.
You told her Herbie fucking George?
Not on my Herbie, son. Not my Herbie, bro.
Yeah, that's a hot take to do. Let's start.
Yeah, Nostalgic. That might be one.
That might be the first one.
I think that is one.
When I see Herbie, especially like in the trailer, kind of since you want to do a Star Wars reference, kind of remind me of R2-D2.
A little bit
because of the sounds that it makes. Mainly.
The colors existed before R2-D2.
And the colors too. Yeah, the colors too.
Considering the fact that Herbie existed before R2-D2.
Yes.
So you think R2-D2?
Let's leave it right at that. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. That's a wrap for Daredevil. That's a wrap for episode. What the hell episode is this? 163. That's the one. Yeah. 163.
It is.
We appreciate you guys hanging out. We got trailer reactions to do. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolt's final trailer, Fantastic Four official trailer, 28 days later. We got work to do, peoples. These bills don't pay themselves. All right, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We hope you guys enjoyed Daredevil. Something new next week. Be on the lookout. Last of Us, Mondays, we drop our episode reviews. So this way you guys get it as soon as the episode drops on Sunday. You guys get it from us on Mondays. So be on the lookout for those as well. From all of us here at Mancave101 Podcast, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Catch you guys later.
Peace.
I still don't like Ellie. Ellie can get it. I'm sorry. Ellie can just kick rocks.
That's crazy. Okay.
I got chipped to the Mancave. I got chipped to the Mancave. I got chipped to the